Hey team, Dr. Josh Wagner here, back inside the new barn office, coming with a new video for you to help you get more stuff done during the day, but more importantly, more important stuff. If you're anything like me, you live in this world and there's more distraction than ever. We're responsible for getting more done. We've got more stuff that takes up our attention, electronics on our hip, on the screens, and you probably don't have gaps of just empty free space in your day or even weekends because, whether you have kids, you own a practice, like that doesn't exist anymore. And what we find is we end up getting lots of stuff done, but the things that are most important to us, our health, our relationships, our headspace, spirituality, our finances, those end up taking a back seat. And I'm going to show you one really simple tweak to make on a daily basis that has worked wonders for me, and it'll work for you. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to write that here so it's even easier. Now, by the way, I love getting stuff done. I have a to-do list I use every single day, and I love crossing it off and checking it off. If you like that too, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, because there's something so fun about crossing off to-do lists. However, it can also be a sabotage. So what we're going to talk about is to-dos versus priorities. When you get this down, fulfillment and getting stuff done is going to change. Hey, Alan, good to see you. So what are examples of priorities? Your health, your wealth, family, let's just say spirituality. That could be religion, whatever, and then of course there's more. What are examples of your to-dos? Okay, karate pickup. Picking up the kid at karate practice. Make lunch. Notes, those are always fun, right? What's another to do? Throw them in the chat if you got one. Let's just say you've got errands. We've all got errands to do. Pick up the dry cleaning, blah, blah, blah. Now, most of us, we know this, and this feels urgent, and we got to get it done. Johnny's got to get picked up at 5. I got to get the notes done before the end of the week to send them in if you're using them for insurance, whatever. And we cross them off one by one, and it feels really good in the short term. It feels good. Short term, feels good. End of day, end of week, long term, not so bueno. Because when we focus on these, we neglect what's most important in our life. And when you choose to have a daily, weekly schedule where you make sure, hey, daily, this is what I'm doing for my health. Like, this is what I have for breakfast. This is what I have for lunch. I don't have to think about what I'm going to make for lunch in the morning and scramble based on what's in the fridge or spend time the night before putting it together. Like, I have my lunch set up. Wealth, here's what I do every day, every week, every month to keep earning more and knocking out debt and saving and putting it in the right places. Family, maybe it's set time with the kids every single night, set time with the spouse, checking in with parents on the phone during the week. Like, you have a structure and a schedule for family. Spirituality, same thing. What happens? Here's the magic. When you focus on your priorities on a daily, weekly basis, they get done. Short term feels good, because when you're doing stuff that counts, it feels good. And long term, it feels good. But now, I know what you're saying. What about all this stuff? If I did all of the priorities, which are not urgent, but important and valuable, I won't get any of these done. Well, here's how it works. When you focus on this, when this is number 1, what happens to number 2? And here's the magic. 1, you do it quicker. Whether it's doing your notes, you figure out how to do them quicker. 2, you delegate. So our errands, making lunch, karate pickup, for 15 bucks an hour, you can get people to do that. How much is your time worth? How many adjustments, how many visits do you do in an hour? How much is that per hour? What's the difference? You delegate. Your CA can do half the stuff you're doing. Are you ordering supplies for the clinic, all that stuff? But the most important then is you do it quicker, you delegate, stop, and nothing happens. Meaning there is a ton of to-dos you do daily. And when you focus on this and you don't have time for it, half of them, if you just stop doing, you think you need to do them, but if you just stop doing, life would not change. And that is part of the mastery. When you focus on priorities daily, number 1, you fill in the gaps, you know, the big rocks analogy. Fill in the gaps with to-dos. This is what happens. You get your to-dos done quicker. You delegate the ones you realize you can delegate because you don't have the time, because you're being a leader in your life and you're standing up for yourself. And a certain amount, you just stop doing because you don't have the time, and life just gets better because you're focused on priorities. As a business owner, as a chiropractor, as whether a spouse, a parent, whatever it is, you are pulled in so many directions in the world we live in. And if you don't have daily, weekly, monthly priorities, routines, structures set up where you are making sure you pay attention to the most important things in your life, rather than when you have free time, when the sun is in their exact constellation, when it's not Mercury in retrograde, then I'll do my taxes. When you put priorities first, you will figure out the to-dos. And then you have fulfillment and the happiness of the checklist. When you just go day by day, week by week with, all right, what do I need to get done? What do I need to get done? You have short-term satisfaction at the expense of long-term life fulfillment, value, and happiness. And this just doesn't impact you, Doc. This impacts your family, how much time your kids get with you, how much time your spouse gets with you, the quality of the time they get with you. Is your mind thinking about stuff you have to do, or is your mind with them? Take this to heart. Put, what's the thing you do every day for your health? Is it 15 minutes in the morning right when you get up? Workout. Like I do that. And then I also have another one in the end of the day, but that doesn't always happen. But the morning one does. Wealth. What do you have every single day or week? Every week, are you putting 10% of your collections towards future savings? Don't freak out. There's a way to do it, and it'll make you a lot more money. That's a wealth thing. Are you doing cash flow at the end of the month? Putting all of your profits into the right buckets, making sure you're setting aside for taxes, constantly fueling your long-term investments, or knocking out bad debt. Family, do you have structures with your spouse, with your kids, with your family, daily and weekly? This is our special time. Spirituality, do you have your time, morning, evening, maybe lunch break, where you set aside? When you have these, all of these fall into place. When you just do your to-dos, these take the back burner, and life just becomes an endless to-do list. And I'm trying to save you from that. So I hope you got something from it. If you have a question, drop it in the comments below. Hit like, send another doc who needed to see this and who's stuck in the to-do maze like I have been many times in my past, can see this and get some value. Alan, you're very welcome. Thanks for the positive comment. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep helping people get well, and know that you deserve an amazing life in exchange for that. Thank you.